Governor versus government battle in Tamil Nadu. Ahead of the Supreme Court hearing on Tamil Nadu's writ petition against State Governor R.N. Ravi withholding action on bills passed by the state legislature as far back as 2020, the governor refusing to give assent has returned 10 of those bills to the state legislature. The ruling DMK has now called for a special session of the state legislature on Saturday to pass the same bills again and resend it to the governor for assent. As per constitutional experts, a governor can return a bill once to the legislature, and if it is passed again and sent to him, assent cannot be withheld. Interestingly, some of the bills sent to the governor include those that will clip the Raj Bhavan's powers in appointing vice chancellors. Along with the bills, the Tamil Nadu petition before the apex court states that the governor has delayed deciding on remission requests of life convicts and a few other sanctions, and has sought from the court an outer limit for governors to take a decision on bills and other decisions that are pending before them. Joining me now is my colleague Sam Daniel from Chennai. Sam, obviously the constitutional position is settled. There is a case that's going on in the Supreme Court which had given a strong verdict in the Punjab case. We'll wait for what happens in the Tamil Nadu writ petition, and also Kerala has moved the court. What are you hearing from the Raj Bhavan as well as the government from this time?
Well, sources in the Raj Bhavan are not talking about this at all, Viraraghav, but the sense we get is that this is being seen as a face-saving strategy by the Raj Bhavan, particularly ahead of the Supreme Court's second hearing on this, asking for a response from the union government over the delays and the allegations by the Tamil Nadu government. And so that's how political observers look at this. But politically, for the ruling DMK, particularly coming ahead of the 2024 elections, this is being seen as a huge brownie point, a shot in the arm for the ruling DMK, which has moved the Supreme Court asking for a time frame to be set for governors to sort to give assent or to deny bills like this. And if the Tamil Nadu Assembly and the ruling DMK have their way, after the readoption or after the passing of these same bills again on Saturday, then in a very short span of time, chances are these will become law, and technically this will give life to the government's attempt to clip the powers of the governor in his capacity as chancellor to appoint vice chancellors to state universities. And the other things we'll have to wait and see. The non-bills part, that's the question of appointment of Dr. Shailendra Babu, the former DGP, as the chairperson of the Public Service Commission of the state, and also the other attempts to prosecute former ministers of the AIADMK and a few bureaucrats who face serious allegations. That's something we'll have to wait and watch if the governor would sign the recommendations or the files in this regard. But the larger point, the role of the governors and the way the ruling DMK says, the way they behave in a very antagonistic way to newly elected governments, running a parallel government as they call it, undermining the power of the elected governments, particularly in states run by the opposition. Lastly, Viraraghav, in the past, the governor's office and even the governor himself during informal conversations with us has said withholding of bills is very much within his powers, and indefinitely withholding bills is a courteous way of saying no. That has been his approach in the past. We'll have to see if things will change based on the outcome of the Supreme Court in the coming weeks.
But Sam, the constitutional position is quite clearly settled that as far as bills is concerned, the governor can return it once, and when it's passed again, he can't withhold assent. However, there is no timeline which is dictated by the Constitution, which is what the DMK has sought from the Supreme Court, an outer limit. As you point out, what happens in the case of sanctions and remission requests, which are again pending before a governor, needs to be settled. Of course, the bills is a different issue, and these are different issues. All eyes on the Supreme Court there. Thanks very much, Sam Daniel, for those details there. We'll keep a close track of that special assembly session as well.